White Sox. And the Luis Severino, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Thanks, Matty. Luis Severino, big arm, 97 to 100 miles an hour, bounce between the rotation and the bullpen. Good hard slider. His changeup's getting better. The true definition of an ace.
Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball one. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle. Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball in the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
Chris Taylor is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Pitch out, nothing doing. A 1-1 is taken for ball 2. Turner aboard here at first with nobody out. Changeup messed up his timing for a swinging strike.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Count all the way full to the White Sox center fielder. Full count, here it comes. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Abreu. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Fastball that just misses inside.
And now on 2-0, you just can't lay a fastball in there, or he could make it 3-0 before you know it. It's all about limiting the damage in this situation.
2-0 count, the pitch. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
The 2-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. The 2-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gardner is there, and he has it for the first out. Well, he thought about tagging and moving up, but instead he's back to second. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, Matt, the guy to watch has to be Jose Abreu. He was driving in runs like crazy last month. And when you watch how he swings and how he goes about it, you're not at all surprised. I'm looking for him to generate a lot of offense in this one.
2-0 now.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
2-0 count. The pitch is a good fastball, swung on and missed. Two and two.
You know, from a hitter's perspective, you get pounded in, and then he throws a nasty changeup away. Is the mindset to tell yourself that he's going to go in and out all day long, or is he going to double up? That's the cat and mouse we're seeing right now.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Third baseman Mike Moustakas now. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Comes set, and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. 2 down, runners at first and second. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1.
A lot of pitches away here, which is pretty much what you're forced to do with lefty batters here at Yankee Stadium. It doesn't take much to hook one out of here to right field with that short porch out there.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 26 for him on the season. And the Sox will move out in front now, 3-0.
Yeah, he's looked pretty shaky from the first pitch, and things just kind of spiraled out of control from there. I think these guys smelled blood in the water, and they punctuated with a 3-run job and an early lead.
Digging in, Aaron Altair. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Gardner will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Sox get 3 thanks to this 3-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up from the Bronx. It's now 3-0 Pale Hose. Ronaldo Lopez. We'll get the starting assignment in this one for the Chi Sox. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him? Now at the plate, Brett Gardner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch for me. I can only think back to when you're facing an ace. The team's playing well, you're confident, you go to the ballpark and you want to set the tone. Everybody's in the hitters meetings trying to formulate a game plan to combat what this guy's been able to do throughout the course of the season so far. This should be an interesting game of cat and mouse today.
Right side. Moncada has it, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Matt, I can't wait to see what Aaron Judge has in store. He's got a 5-game hitting streak going. If you've got to start those big streaks somewhere, I like the way he's swinging the bat right now. Great approach, very comfortable. Let's see if that streak continues today.
And the curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Taylor is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third, right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Here's big Aaron Judge. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
Man, you find yourself down 0-2 after 2 great executed pitches right there.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. On to the second inning now from Yankee Stadium. Whitesox. On top, 3-0. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Guys, this game features the league's best teams that are not currently leading a division. What does this matchup mean to the overall playoff picture?
You know what, Dan? These teams are so close on paper. It's going to be execution that gets one of these teams over the hump.
I agree with you, D-Roy. I think one of the things, if you believe that good pitching is going to eventually stop good hitting, I think whichever one of these 2 teams pitches best the remaining part of the schedule is going to be the team that comes out on top in this division.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. At the plate, Steven Souza. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's a .333 hitter. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Souza, a native of Washington, the Evergreen State. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the draft of 2007.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. And he struck him out as well, so the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Into the box now, Yohan Moncada will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is looked at for a ball. It's 1-1 now to the White Sox second baseman. One and 2 now.
Hey, I don't know what happened in between innings, but he went down that tunnel with a few of his teammates and some coaches and found a way to regroup because he's been really good this second inning. After going out in the first, I thought it was going to be a super short outing.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air down the left field line. Chasing after it is Rosario, and this will reach the wall out around the 318 sign. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. He singled to open up the ball game. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch, and this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Moncada on third with 2 out. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider, and they can bring up something straight to strike zone.
And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
And those are plays that cost you ball games. You're already losing, and then you make an error like that to compound things. That's how things snowball on you, and you start to feel like you can't do anything right.
Standing in now, Chris Taylor, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. The average sitting right at 270 on the year. 16 homers, 56 runs batted in. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Taylor, a 27-year-old. He was a 5th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Judge is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and a runner left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The White Sox lead this one 4-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Gary Sanchez. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. Popped him up. Making the play over there is Abreu for the first out.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Jose Abreu. We know the bat plays, the ability to drive the ball out opposite field, no problem. But I don't think people realize how soft this guy's hands are at first base, constantly bailing his other infielders out.
Next for New York, Giancarlo Stanton. He's, of course, a long ball threat, currently 3rd in the American League in that category. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Breaking ball in for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Seared down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Down the third baseline. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Now at the plate, Didi Gregorius. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1. Gregorius, also known as Sir Didi around the game and in the Netherlands. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're down 4-0. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Jose Abreu is ready to start out the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A changeup that catches the corner for strike one.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat it. He's had a rough couple innings. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally, to be able to stay in this game.
A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Up and in, and this one sends him to the ground. It's ball two. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. Ryan Schimpf is on deck. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
Throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. At the plate now is the designated hitter, Ryan Schimpf. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
I don't mind the aggressiveness right there. He was definitely trying to get the head to a fastball. He pulled the string on that one. He's going to have to stay back a little bit longer.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
So he records his 5th strikeout there. Ryan Schimpf goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike one.
Super important situation right here for the pitcher to go 1-2-3. Get back in the dugout, regroup. He struggled early, but if he can knock out this 1-2-3 inning, I think he can right the ship.
And the changeup is way low that time. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes. And now the count is 2-2.
Here's another 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Aaron Altair would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close. So I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Coming to the plate now, Aaron Altair. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Wow, his last time out, guys were just flailing away at that slider. But tonight, completely different story. I think their approach coming to the plate tonight was to lay off that pitch until he shows he can throw it for a strike.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. Here's a strike.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Moustakas is off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Stepping in, Eddie Rosario. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. 1-1 pitch, a curveball that's right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get-me-over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
Danny, I know that's not the execution he was looking for right there. That batter's eyes lit up on that pitch.
Not a real good changeup. One of the things, Mark, this pitcher will do, he'll use that changeup like most pitchers will use the curveball. His changeup is that good. That one wasn't, though.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Danny Espinosa. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. 3 innings complete, and the White Sox are out in front, 4-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Wellington Castillo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Now back. Right fielder.
Digging in, Steven Souza looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. In there for strike 1. 4 runs, only 3 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 4 runs, only 3 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. 2 balls and no strikes. The count to Yoan Moncada.
And this is why he's struggling right here. He's not able to pound the strike zone early in the count. These guys are finding themselves in serious count leverage situations, and good hitters aren't going to miss.
2-1 to count. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. 2 out, nobody on. Hard hit ball to short. And now against his body, a jump throw. And he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort. And that ought to be scored an infield single. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Trey Turner. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap for a ball missed over the heart of the plate. A crooked number going on the board.
Into the box now, Chris Taylor, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Taylor behind, 0-2 the count. And it looks like the Yankees will have a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Nope. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2. Moncada over at second. Turner at first. 2 out in the inning. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one in. Here's Brett Gardner now. He set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring in the dangerous switch hitter Chase Headley. Strike one to start the at-bat.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count.
Right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
And a curveball in for a strike. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last two pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's still out there to start the fifth inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. At the plate, Ryan Schimpf has gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra? Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And it's gone as they add still another.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
Third baseman Mike Moustakas now, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike one. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, one man out. And he punches out another one, make it 9. For the ball game. Digging in once again, Aaron Altair. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. A high fastball is in there.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Missed with a slider.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. White Sox ready now. Gary Sanchez. He'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? It's a bomb. Hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches. And this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
First time up, he went down looking. Slow curveball, like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike two.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
And another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Hard ground ball. Defense played him perfectly. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Here's Didi Gregorius. One run in and one gone so far this inning. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes, desperate times, call for desperate measures.
Gregorius stands at first with one out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
A ball and a strike now to Bird. Ripped down the line. And past Moustakas down the line. It's a fair ball. He'll get it into second. And the runner scores all the way from first as they try and chip away at that deficit. Now at the plate, Danny Espinosa.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money run producer.
All right, as a hitter right here, you got to know if he's throwing you tough pitches, he does not want to miss over the heart of the plate. That's when you step out, regroup, maybe sit over the heart of the plate, knowing that he's trying to execute so well, he might miss right down the middle.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
And that's a base hit right there on a hanging two-strike changeup.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the White Sox 5 and the Yankees 2. Jonathan Holder takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 66.
Stepping up to the plate, Wellington Castillo. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. A breaking ball taken on the inner corner.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down the way.
The next 0-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Digging in, Steven Souza. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And it's fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Up with it, Sanchez. And he makes the throw to first. Souza is retired. 2 down now.
The batter, number 10.
Standing in, Yohan Moncada. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. No balls and a strike to count. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land out there just foul. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. Here's Chase Headley. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Here's big Aaron Judd. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. No balls and 1 strike.
And this is just a cut fastball.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. All rise, Aaron Judge, a 2-run shot. Home run number. So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. Gregory Infante takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning. Into the box, Gary Sanchez, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball.
He was able to foul out.
And now this ball's in the air to deep right field. Gone! They've tied the game on back-to-back home run. There's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. His 2nd of the game, as we are all tied at 5. Well, one of the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep a combined 5 times in this one.
Yeah, hey, Matty V, this big ballpark in the Bronx has that short porch in right field, D-Row. But you can hit the ball out of just about any part of this ballpark.
Yeah, this place plays sneaky small. I know it's got big gaps, but right field is so juicy. As a right-handed hitter, you don't feel like you have to cheat. Not surprised by what we saw today.
I'll tell you, these guys seem well aware that this is a must-win situation for both of them. They know they're not going to have the luxury of falling back on a wild card berth.
You know, D-Row, the schedule's starting to wind down, and this one is a tight one so far. This one could go either way.
And we shouldn't expect anything different. These have been 2 of the best teams in the league for the entire season, and nothing has changed tonight. It's nail-biting time. Somebody has got to step up with a big knock.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Taylor, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. 3 runs already home here. 2-0 to the Yankees left fielder.
Now ball 2. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
And the pitch on 2-1. This one's down to 3rd. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We're through 6 full, and we are all tied 5-5. Back here in the Bronx, all even at 4 as we start the 7th. And before that first pitch is thrown, we give you a look at the game summary to this point. Tommy Kingley is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Canely, originally from New York State. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop.
2 strikes.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Stepping into the box, Chris Taylor. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on its way. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Judge is on the move. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
A little bouncer. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. To third. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball. Now to the plate, Greg Bird. He's 1 for 2 in this one. In there, 0-1.
Hey, when one of your better pitches is the straight changeup, you can't be afraid to throw it at any count and at any time. And, hey, first pitch, if they're going to take it for strike 1, they're going to give it to you. Go ahead and throw it.
Now the 2-1. Fouled off. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. One out, nobody on. This is on the ground over to first. Fielded by Abreu, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Center fielder number 11, Brett Gardner.
Here's Brett Gardner now. The breaking ball that time in for a strike. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. 8th inning coming up, and we are all tied 5-5. Tyler Lyons has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. So digging in now, Ryan Schimpf. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big.
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, and this one gives them the lead. It's 6-5. Third baseman Mike Moustakas now. As he'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a two-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
Stepping in now, Aaron Altair, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Ready on 1-2. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Fastball called, strike three, and there's the first out of the inning. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
In head-to-head action against Tyler Lyons, he's 0 for 8. 1-1 the count to Wellington Castillo. 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And he'll get back in safely, as wisely he hadn't committed too strongly toward third base. Now the payoff pitch home. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Chasing after it is Rosario. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Stepping into the box, Steven Souza, trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike 1.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. Gregorius has it. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is trying.
Leading off for the Yankees.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. Soft liner to the right side. Throw will not be in time, so good hustle there, as now the possible tying run is aboard to lead things off here.
Right fielder.
Here's big Aaron Judge, and is coming off a 2-run homer his last time around. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2. Jones is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Headley, base runner at first with 1 out. 1-2 to the Yankees catcher. Struck him out. We take a look at our line score here in the 8th. A lot of offense. Already 6 home runs between these two teams, and we may not be done yet. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. White Sox on top, 6-5. The beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from right here in the Big Apple. David Robertson enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. First pitch on its way. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Now the 2-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
And the pitch on 2-1. Line drive to center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Into the box, Chris Taylor. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1. Hit hard toward first, but a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 go. Digging in now for the Yankees, Didi Gregorius. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Altair. 1 away. Riding in once again, Eddie Rosario. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now the 1-0. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. This is popped up. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike. And that one just missed outside. Rosario, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Here's a pop-up now. He's got it, and the White Sox have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
And tonight's one-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The White Sox hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Gregory Infante.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. In the AL Central, the White Sox launched 3 home runs as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 6-5. It was their 5th straight victory. The Baltimore Orioles allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 6-1. The Colorado Rockies picked up, 19 hits in this one as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 11-3. Chris Davis was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs as the Athletics defeated the Astros 9-1. The Nats held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 9-2. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Cubs only allowed 2 hits in the game as they got the best of the visiting Mets 3-0. The Giants allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 2-0. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.
Tuesday night baseball now from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Chicago White Sox and the New York Yankees. 2 postseason hopefuls in the National League go head-to-head in a potential wild card preview. Next. Chad Green, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Talk about impressive. How about an ERA under 2 last season for this guy? If he continues to pitch like that this year, he's going to put himself near the top echelon of pitchers. Not going to be an easy thing to do, but we'll see how he starts out in this one.
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Well, Matty, this team can do one thing very well. This lineup leads the league in home runs, and that's why people pay the price of admission. They want to see the long ball. Everybody loves home runs, and it's exactly what this lineup gives you. They get count leverage 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Don't look for that base hit the other way. They are trying to turn and burn.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that misses 2-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. At the plate, Jose Abreu. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
And this pitcher's feeling the flow right now. 2 outs in the first inning. He's got really nice mechanics working right now and blew that fastball right by him.
And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So stepping in, Didi Gregorius. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And a breaking ball that time in for a strike. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today. I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Stepping up now, Chase Headley, and he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. Fouled away. Here comes another 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. On to first, and Headley's retired here, 2 away. Next will be the designated hitter, Aaron Judge. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. And right into the shift, but a foul ball, 1-1. Gonzalez looks in, 1-1 on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. 2 out, nobody on. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Ryan Schimpf. He went deep last night twice. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. Guys, this game features the league's best teams that are not currently leading a division. What does this matchup mean to the overall playoff picture?
Hey, one of the keys, D-Row, when you go down the stretch, you're trying to chase somebody, is to have some good pitching. And boy, but even though, D-Row, this team is in second place, they might have the best pitching in this league.
Yeah, Dan, I agree with you. And from an offensive player's mentality, I'd hate to say you want to put so much pressure on a pitching staff, but you know as a lineup you only have to scratch across 2 or 3 runs to grab a W.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Third baseman Mike Moustakas now, and you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
The left fielder, number 23, Aaron Altair.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. Altair stands at an impressive 6'5", swings the bat and throws right-handed. He was a 9th round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. He chased it out of the zone. And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout. Score at 2-3, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. On now to the bottom of the second. And we are tied 0-0. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Gary Sanchez. Comes into this one ranked number 6 in the American League home run race. Right through it here. He's behind 0-1. And it's 0-2 to Sanchez. The 0-2 delivery. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Now here's the pitch.
Right fielder.
And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. In there, strike 2.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most
high fly ball out to deep right field. Looking up is Souza, and it's gone.
Boy, when the leading MVP candidate steps into the box, I'm not sure it's wise to challenge him, especially with a pitch like this, but they do, and he makes them pay for their mistake. He's been doing this all year long.
He comes in with that average down in the 240s, 7 homers and 42 runs batted in. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Well, after being late on a fastball there, it looked like they did him a favor.
Yeah, Matt, that's surprising right there. I don't understand that pitch sequence. He blew the fastball right by him, sped up his bat with the off speed, and got hurt.
He's entering play in this one, a home run shy of 20 for the season. 2-0 now. 2 balls and a strike to the Yankees' first baseman.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. No doubt an impressive home run, so will the here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. And he's a guy who's been absolutely terrific over the last couple of series. Really swinging it well.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
1-1 the count to Wellington Castillo. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2.
1-2.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Batting in, right fielder, Steven.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the second deck and gone. A solo home run there for Steven Souza, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far. And the White Sox are back in it. It's a 3-1 ball game. I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch. He comes in with 16 home runs on the season so far. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. 1 out, nobody on. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind him.
Full count now, 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1. So now we've got a battle on our hands.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. A speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Play ball. Ball 4. Take the ball. 3.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Abreu has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Way in front of a great slider that time. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Down in.
Leading off for the Yankees, first baseman.
Standing in, Danny Espinoza. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Big, slow breaking ball that pops in for a strike to start him out. It's 0-1.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Yankees.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. 2 out, nobody on. Here's another 0-2. Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire. Leading off the inning, Mike Moustakas. And they'll need him to get something going here. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. I'll tell you, these guys seem well aware that this is a must-win situation for both of them. They know they're not going to have the luxury of falling back on a wild card berth.
You know, D-Row, you get late into the season like this, and you really have to keep your concentration not only on the mound, but in the batter's box. You're starting to get a little bit tired, and you see the schedule starting to come to an end.
Yeah, Dan, I'm with you. It becomes mental right now. Physically, everybody's hurting a little bit. You can grind it out when you know you have a chance at the postseason. Mentally, you got to stay focused.
And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
Too high. 1-2. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Missed with a slider. Hard hit ball to short. Gregorius is there. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, catcher, Wellington Castillo.
Ready now for the White Sox. Wellington Castillo looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Line hard. But this will be a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a cutter that's off the plate. 1-1. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Into the corner and slicing foul. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Still even at 2-2.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th. Here's Chase Headley. It was a walk in his last
Leading
trip.
off for the Yankees.
Lays off 1-0.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
Souza is there, and he has it for the out. On its way is pitch number 75. Hit hard, but right into the shift. Turner loves it. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close safe call might be challenged.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The White Sox are challenging.
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty. In now, Gary Sanchez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Taken in by Abreu. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Jonathan Holder takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Steven Souza will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going.
Hey, boys, although I'd love to get all over this offense for underachieving, let's tip our cap to this pitching staff right here. They've been able to execute, working all 4 quadrants and keeping this team totally off balance.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
3-2 pitch. Is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now batting.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton will get the first shot when we return. The Yankees 4. Giancarlo Stanton now. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike 1. And a fastball just a bit high. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
I know he got a swinging miss right there, but that was a hittable location to a really good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
Another 1-2 delivery. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. And it's gone as they add still another. Ready once again, Chris Taylor, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. down by a bundle. It's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
This is line to left. Rosario is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Into the box now, Ryan Schimpf. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. No hits to this point. Now the 1-0 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
2-0, here it is. Called strike over the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Cut fastball, and there's strike two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Ready for another shot now, Mike Moustakas. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
The 2-1. Popped up. Headley in foul ground, and no one will get this one.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting? Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Here's Didi Gregorius. He's got a hit in.
Leading off for the Yankees, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Tommy Kingley been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 48.
Leading off the inning, Aaron Altair, and they'll need him to get something going here. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
I know he's well aware of the fact he can't tie this with 1 swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
1-1 to Aaron Altair. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1 and 2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. Ready for another chance? Wellington Castillo is hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I like it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Full count, 3-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. Digging in to try it again, Steven Souza. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
The 1-0 home is a changeup that drops below the knees for a ball. Now the 2-0. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. But one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And just a masterful job of pitching here.
Leading off for the Yankees, catcher,
Tyler Lyons comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Here's the first pitch to him. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Yohan Moncada becomes the first out in the 9th inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Into the box now, Chris Taylor. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he will make the catch with ease, and the Yankees come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over. And tonight's comes to a conclusion, 6-1 the final. The New York Yankees.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. In the AL Central, the Yankees The Twins allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 5-2. Miguel Cabrera was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits, leading Detroit to the win over Kansas City 3-2. He is currently among the AL leaders in on-base percentage. The Red Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Marlins 7-3. The Baltimore Orioles got 11 hits overall as they blew out the Jays 13-6. The Colorado Rockies combined to allow only 4 hits as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 5-3. Yasmani Grandal had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate, helping the Dodgers get a victory over the Rangers 13-5. The A's knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 4-0. The Atlanta Braves held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 6-3. Sean Kelly earned his 4th win. Nationals disposed of the Phillies 4-3. They now have 6 straight victories. Only allowed on the road 2-0. News and updates from around the major.